Engage. Right, get ready for briefing. Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. So we've got a brand new groundbreaking campaign for you. But before we sell that to you, I've got to do all my usual thanks. Thank you to Trig Lievgaard, to Casey Freeman, Cedric Taylor, and Howen Zhang. Many thanks, keeping us going and giving us a cherry on top. Right, so now this is something a little different. Before I hand over to Coffee, we've got a new campaign for you called officially. Does anyone got the name for it? Novi.
Let's just go with something else than that, because your name choice doesn't relate to the mission or campaign at all anyway.
There we go. Right, so we've got a new campaign, and it's a bit different to normal. So normally we have campaigns, it's one mission after the other, and each mission loosely ties to the other one. But the mission outcome of each mission doesn't directly affect the subsequent mission. So we've got something a little different in this case. We've got a fully dynamic campaign. So we've got this great walking swathe of land here, which we'll have to explain to us soon, like 400 miles or something like that long. And it represents an entire country rather than just a part of a country that we usually look at. And hundreds of essentially SAM systems and bases and stuff like that. And basically, every day, we're on day one at the moment, we're going to do a mission within this dynamic campaign. And that directly affects what we get on the next day. So if we blow something up on day one, it will be destroyed in day two. We don't know really whether it's going to work. We're going to hope it's going to work, obviously. So we're going to give it a first try. That's all you need from me. So I'll hand it over to Coffee to explain what the intentions of the campaign were and how we start off.
Okay, so the mission is, well, the campaign is, you could liken it to a game of Dungeons and Dragons, in which there are no super specific rules apart from combat. So you can make your own plans, you can use your own imagination to kind of come up with tactics and things that you want to do with the assets that you have. And that's not something I'm going to limit too much. If you want to have something done, let me know and I'll move, say, a carrier group 50 miles south or what have you. So imagination is the limit and make use of it. Obviously you have equipment limitations because you are fighting for a country called North America. I'll explain the situation in a bit. Speaking of the situation, so we have two countries that have been fighting for more than a decade now, about 15 years, and it's time to escalate the things to a full blown-out war. So South-Yevska and North America have been struggling to keep good relations, and now North America has conducted a biological weapons test. So South-Yevska is forced to do what any good country does and adds more sanctions to them. However, because North can't really keep up with the sanctions anymore, they have to do something about it. Now they are invading South-Yevska. So Grim Reapers has been hired by North American Air Force. Now North American Air Force is complete fucking shambles. They can't do much on their own, but they have plenty of aircraft. And yeah, you guys, as Grim Reapers, will primarily be handling all of the war from the air, and the North American ground guys will come and sweep and found VARPs and whatnot as you progress.
Right. Okay. So we're using this other country's aircraft. Now you said there was aircraft limits. Do we have a empirical list anywhere of these aircraft limits?
Not yet. I'll have to kind of see how it balances out.
Roger. Yeah, to get a feel for it after the first couple of days, I suppose.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Because we'll need to make some kind of battle plan. Do we know where the Blues start off from? I.e., which airfields? I know you sent me a private message, but
yes. Blue team has. All right, so the map is based on the Georgia map. So Georgia, as a country, is now dubbed South-Yevska, and the Russian bit is North America, and you have all the military Air Force bases. So the civilian air bases, they are neutral. You don't get anything from there, but you can land if you want.
Roger that. Cool.
North, south, I see it.
And if what we're going to do, we're going to agree, Blues today are going to agree a mission. We're going to create our own mission in this dynamic campaign. We're not going to tell what it is. The Reds have got to essentially react to their early warning systems and stuff like that, so they might not even be in the same area today. Is there any limit as to what we can make our mission, if you know what I'm saying? Do we have to go in a certain area, or how has that been handled, or can we do anything we like?
For the first few days, you mostly just have your carrier group and the northwestern airfields, because Mozdok is still being refitted to accept your aircraft. So as the campaign progresses, that airfield becomes available for the final push to the Satyevskan capital city. So basically you start sweeping from the northwest to the southeast.
Northwest, southeast, gotcha.
The other thing to bear in mind for this first mission is that it's primarily going to be a seed mission.
Yes. And speaking of seed, I did some research. I looked up typical Middle Eastern SAM networks, what they're comprised of, roughly their numbers, and I recreated one, essentially. So you're fighting a very realistic defense network here.
Unlike normal, basically. So we've got realistic end placements and stuff like that, by the sounds of it.
Yeah. The placements are mutual support and appropriate numbers and locations, and it's just, yeah.
Right. Now, what are the rules regarding playability? I.e., if you die, that's it. You get 1 life per mission.
1 life per mission, yes.
And does that apply to the Reds as well, or do the Reds just keep coming at you?
Well, basically, Red is supposed to be a nation, and I'm sure they have more than 3 pilots.
Right. Okay. It's fine. Anyone got questions for Coffee before we send them off, so we can start talking privately?
Are blue lives enforced, or is it just, how do I say, gentleman's agreement?
Gentleman's agreement.
So if I lag out, I can still grab a new plane, right?
Roger.
If it's a lag issue, yes.
Yeah.
But if you fuck up your landing, if you fuck up your takeoff, that counts as a lost aircraft.
Yeah, for sure.
So don't do it like we had yesterday. Right. Any other questions? I have a question, Coffee. The planes, the groups that you've given us, those aircraft, are those the only aircraft we have, or do we have other types of aircraft?
So, Blue 4 has Western Coalition aircraft, mostly just American ones, but America, as a country in this game, is basically given all the Western aircraft. So you have those for your choices. However, because it's set like that, you don't have the Su-25T. So you're stuck with Harriers and Viggens and other kinds of, let's call a little improvised seed.
Yeah, fine. We'll use what we've got available. Damn, F-18s, please. Fine. Any other questions before we send them away, guys?
I've just got a thing for the future of the campaign. If you want to have some recon, you can send so-called scouts, but they can't scout the entire fucking map in one go. So you need to kind of focus your search to an area, and if they find something in there that's worth destroying, I'll make it happen.
Yeah, fine. All right. I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to get a feel for this basically, and work from there.
Does Blue have GCI?
Say what?
Does Blue have GCI?
There is a carrier group, and carrier group does come with E2s.
Cool. So we can have GCI to help us out. That would be extremely useful in such a complicated situation.
I'll give you a bit more of a rundown of how this is going to start once the Reds have cleared off.
Right.
Coffee and I have spoken about this beforehand. So.
Any other questions for Coffee before we clear them out? Okay, good. Coffee, clear out. This may take a little bit longer than normal because obviously we've got a lot of understanding to get, but we'll be in touch as soon as we can.
All right. Red 4 in the repo.
Ta-ta.
Okay, P-Man. So tell us what you know, sir.
Okay, well, I'm not going to spoil it, although I know where some of the locations are because I've been testing it. I'm not going to spoil it because that defeats the entire purpose of it. But what I will say is that the first mission, you're not going to know where the targets are. So the first probably 2 or 3 days is going to be a case of hunting down targets and destroying them.
I hate realism.
It's the same way that any nation would be if they overtake, unless if they were going to attack. Because let's face it, unless you're going to fly a spy aircraft low enough for a third world country to be able to spot SAM sites, they're just not going to know where they are. Yep. You'll be able to use like RWRs. You'll be able to do. It's going to be a mission.
What about the AWACS? They can use their radars. We can have them find all the SAMs and shit.
No, only mean AWACS in ELINT aircraft, basically.
They're only going to find aircraft. You're not going to find the SAM sites with them. So to find the SAM sites, it's going to be wild weaseling. It's going to be RWR spiking. It's going to be find a site, take it out. Find a site, take it out. And it's going to be eyes on swivels, keeping your RWRs in your hand, making sure that you're not ignoring an RWR because you think, oh, well, I know that one's miles away. You've got no idea where they are.
Right. Send in the Vigans with their recon pods.
Okay. It's an AV-8B work, isn't it? By the
F-15s are perfect recon aircraft for this because they're fast. They have good.
Too expensive. We can't use them.
Yeah, you've only got a handful of them. If you can't. And when they start bringing out issue 27s, the bollocks.
I will be mad at you if you destroy my chance of using one.
We just can't die. We just can't put people in them who are going to die at all.
Okay, I'm going to be a vegan or an AV. Anyone wants to come veganing with me? I don't fancy doing it on my own. AV-8B then, for Cap. Do we want wingman pairs? Or wingman pairs seems a better idea than four ship going in and getting plowed by one S300 site.
Not only that, but you have to bear in mind that those guys, they don't know where we're going to come from. We could go all the way from Gadata, we could go all the way south of Beslan. They don't know. That's the whole point in this campaign. So they're going to have to spread themselves out to find us. They've only got MiG-21s. Okay, yes, they've got some GCI, but it's not very good GCI. So if we use terrain masking and we use splitting the force up and we don't go in as a big blob, we've got a much better chance of actually getting something done. But
go ahead.
You just have to make a point of it is going to be a case of you take some armament that you think can deal with any sort of SAM site that you think you're going to come up against. Don't expect it to be like the normal scenarios where you've got an S300 site and it doesn't have a close range IR SAM defending it. These will have.
Okay. So Maverick's not working on the AV-8Bs is a bit of a fucker.
Just getting close, use Unis.
Not with IR SAMs there, you won't.
This is going to be brutal.
You sidearm standoff or nothing.
What about the Vegan?
It's going to be an educational experience for everyone because it's a step up from what we've been doing before, but it's going to mean that you're fighting the enemy rather than necessarily just fighting Red 4. Whereas normally on missions we have Red 4 and they're just circling a bit overhead waiting for us and they know exactly what we're going to do. They can't do that this time because they've got no idea what we're going to do. We don't know what we're going to do yet. So how do that...
Right. So
do we know where we're starting?
As a mindset, before we even get into any tactics, as a mindset, I suggest we use conservatism rather than liberalism, and we just try and concentrate on staying safe rather than as a to get into things. And we can start mapping things in our mind then and where sites are rather than charging in and trying to launch rockets and stuff.
Question.
Go. Hello.
Once the site has been found, will that be put on a map if it's not destroyed?
Yeah, so that will be there forever through the whole campaign. So find a way of logging that in your head or put a dot on the map and then we'll mark it on our piece of paper when we get back as our campaign marker and then we'll start to map it out.
Don't rule out the fact that they could move. Because if it's like a real SAM site and they get struck but not destroyed, the enemy's not going to leave them there to be struck again.
Yep.
And if you take out the radar, they'll just get another one.
Okay, so for this mission, should we just all stick to non-F-15s, 3rd gen, and just get a feel for it?
Yeah, I mean, what I'd suggest is for this one, everyone take something they're comfortable with and get a feel for it. Realistically, I was kind of hoping that Star was going to be here because I was going to take him and I in Vigans to go and try and find stuff for people to blow up.
I can fly Vigan.
Me and you will take Vigans then.
Sure.
And basically, the idea is that we'll have flare pods, we'll have jamming pods, and we'll be jinking nice and low and using our RWRs to make nails calls so that the flight leaders for the other flights have a vague idea of where SAM sites are. Bear in mind, we won't be able to give you ranges, only bearings.
Yeah.
And this is...
Nothing will be able to get ranges. Nothing, apart from going over that site.
Surely we could triangulate it.
You will be able to a degree, yes, but the only way you're really going to get a range is if you see an SA6 site pop up on your RWR and if it's on the inner circle or the outer circle. But we don't have that in a Vigan, we just get nails.
On a Harrier, it's just how strong the signal strength is. It's not a distance range.
Yeah, it's true. It's just no use.
Fog of War?
It is
Probably.
useful in a combat situation because the stronger the signal, you can determine the lethal threat range.
Oh, well, Auntie's got a point. Fog of War will be on because they use arcade mode, the Reds do. So Fog of War will be on. So we will be able to see it. If you just press F10, you'll see the sites flip up as soon as they lock you. So we can cheat, basically. So
Great.
they cheat, we cheat at the end of the day.
Bloody hell.
Okay, that's good. Right, so in this case, yeah, where are we starting from? I haven't got a clue. You could tell me.
There's only There's two options that we have. You've got Beslan in the top right, or you've got the carrier group. That's the only two options for the start of the campaign.
Beslan for sure. I don't want to take a fucking carrier every time. It's terrifying.
It will change as the campaign goes on, but for the start, that's how it's going to be.
Does everyone?
Cap, we need to get you to land on the carriers again with the hook.
I can land, but it's dangerous, and we've got one life. You know, it's the last thing we want to do.
No, it seems there's a bug in the open beta where if you catch the last wire on the Kuznetsov, your plane explodes.
You don't have Kuznetsovs and you don't have Su-33s.
Yeah, I know. I just want to see Cap explode.
So we will happily with Beslan there. It's a good safe start, and hopefully he's put some SAMs there, so they're not just going to come and base camp us. Right.
This is done in the good spirit of the game. They're not going to come and do something that's going to fuck us over because they want this to work as much as we do.
Okay, well, with that bearing in mind, let me just make sure I am recording. I am. What do you guys have any idea where you want to go to start getting a feel? I mean, right over the mountains is perfect for us. We can get in the foothills just south of the Caucasus and start looking for stuff.
I thought he wanted us to start northwest, like above Sochi.
We're starting at Beslan.
Good artist Akumi, I guess.
He said northwest to southeast.
Northwest.
Yes, he did. He said so. Their final city is, Tbilisi or whatever, and we start very opposite, northwest, which is Krimsk.
No, we said I was told we're starting either Beslan or an aircraft carrier.
Okay.
No, that might have been me getting it wrong. I'll check it in a second because I've got the mission.
Yeah, that's copy because that's what I heard him say.
Yep.
Okay, so let's assume we're starting somewhere north of Sochi, like Maykop or somewhere. I mean, we're going to make that assumption.
So, what are we actually doing? Fam flights or?
It's got to be. I would say pairs for safety. You can't risk getting a full flight discovered and shot down.
No, my question is, can I go and rocket or runway or something?
Yes, but what use would it have any use? Would it do anything? Rocket Godard? I don't see it being any use. I think Seed is the only really useful thing I'm doing in this campaign, as far as I can see, taking down seed sites until they've got no more SAM network. Does anyone disagree with that? And you can do that, Sherman. F5 is excellent at doing this job. Elo's found that out once they've discovered where they are. Yeah, as far as I can see, that's the only useful mission. We may discover things. We may go on that sea mission and discover, we found I don't know, I can't think of anything off my top of my head. We may have found another site somewhere that needs blowing up, and then we can decide to attack.
A cure for cancer research facility.
There we go. Right out. So for the time being, I think we head into the northwest section.
Bad taste.
No, not at all, not for us. We head north of Gradada. We stick in the mountains, foothills. Obviously, number one, careful of the MiG-21s. But apart from that, we look around and search for sites, SAM sites. We have a GCI try and help us triangulate them. And we start to get fixed on them. And if we can move in and do some damage, that would be great. If not, at least we've got some positions of them and rough strengths of them. I need a drink, man.
Most of the aircraft are based in the northwest. So it's Maykop, Novorossiysk up there.
Roger. Okay. Awesome. So I might as well team up with. We've got an odd number of things, so I might as well Vigan with Trash in that case then. And that leaves us pairs of Harriers there.
We have Sochi, right? That's ours, right? Part of Russia.
No, there's not Sochi.
Oh, we don't get Sochi.
Don't forget Sochi. I think Sochi's a thingy airbase. I think it's a civilian airbase.
Okay.
Is it?
Sherman, you can take your 3 Tigers all together, I suppose. You're a good fighting force. I guess you're gonna be in the mountains with us, so you're gonna be looking for things and being cap, basically. I guess that's your job. You're not going to be looking for really seed stuff as much as we are. Whereas Harrier, sort yourself in pairs, atomic gunbow, static. Hang on,
P-Man, are you in a vegan now?
This is messing.
Yeah, I'm going to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So Vegan flight.
So atomic gunbow and static 1 Harrier group, Seethor Tender Harrier group 2, P-Man Signore Vegan group 1, Trash Cap Vegan group 2. It looks like we've got a couple of Eagles still, so there's not a great. The F-15 Eagles won't actually be able to really do any fighting because they'll be up high, and those S-300 sites will keep them 60 miles away from the area. So I guess the F-15s are useful for watching and looking and being our eyes essentially.
And just in case the MiGs get close, right?
Well, you won't get 60 miles with near us because you'll be up high.
Exactly.
And those S-300s.
Don't think you can come in because you'll fucking die.
Yeah, you'll die to MiG-21s if you come in and try and fight. So that's the F5's job. They'll be our cap because they'll be down in the mountains with us.
It would be better if you hopped in your 3rd gen jet.
Yeah, seriously.
It's just more helpful.
Let's just get a feel for this before we lose how many F-15s do we get?
I strongly suggest no one takes an F-15 in this. They're just pointless, and the same for the Mirage.
Because
all you're going to do is you're just going to waste the airframe. Because if you crash it, if you run out of fuel, if you crash it on takeoff or landing, then it's an airframe that's gone this early in the campaign for no benefit.
Also, it's an air superior. It's designed for one thing.
I'm going to interrupt you for a real quick moment. I forgot to mention there are high-value targets scattered across South Sierska. So as we progress, I will let you know where they exist. And as days go on, I hope you hit them.
Are we allowed an example of what a high-value target is? Because we were trying to think what they might be, and I can't think of anything apart from
University that's having a school day.
I can't think of anything.
For example, there's a munitions factory, there's a training camp, there is a military research center.
And would they be identified some way, like they've got AAA around them or something like that?
Yes.
Right there.
They won't be undefended.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Then we can locate them. That's fine.
Yes, but give me the password when you want to...
yeah, I've given it to Recall already, so...
We'll be heading in very shortly.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, so regards to the Eagles, they're air superiority fighters, and they can't operate in SAMnets, as we know. They're essentially as useless as a MiG-21 in the SAMnet.
What about the Mirage? Sonic, what do you plan on doing?
It'll be bombing down in the deck.
Bombing?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise we had A-10s. I made a mistake there, right.
Did we really?
Yeah, we do have A-10s. Could be. Is that a useful weapon? Can't even think.
We have fabrics and things like that. We can high altitude bomb.
Okay, we best have Sonic. We best have Sonic hold the back a little bit, and we find targets for him maybe, and then he can come in and do the killing. That might be a good idea, mightn't it?
In an A10?
I guess so. You can I mean, you know more than me, but I think that sounds like an idea. Okay, cool. So, right, we've got our frequencies. Dagger, phase 1 and phase 2, we might as well be in the same frequency so our pairs can talk to each other. Apart from that, any questions? I won't give any restrictions about when you can take off, so take off whenever your flight is ready to take off. We'll try and use the same runway, we'll declare which one on global. Don't know what else to say.
Somebody wants to pick that last F5. Do it.
Right, let's go and get in, shall we? SRS, so we're 140243.
Shall I switch to A10C so we can pair up then?
Yeah, pairs are going to be useful, I think. Just stay safe, obviously.
So
remember, IR Sam's on the ground. IR Sam's on the ground, remember that.
No, Warren just completed our flight, so never mind.
Roger. Okay. Right, let's start heading in then. We know what we've got to do. Let's head in and share information on global when you find shit and mark it on the map. Blah, 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 blah.
Gonna need a password.
Gonna need a bigger boat. Gonna need a bigger Sherman.
Yes, but that's what that's what the Stennis class carrier will be for.
Do we have any P-Man? Do we have any tankers throughout this if we request them?
I don't know. We haven't discussed it. I guess probably further in the campaign, but not right now.
Just stick your refueling line through the wing of a civilian airliner. I'm sure it'll work out.
You shouldn't need them. You shouldn't need them. It's gonna be intense. I imagine we'd all be shot down by S-300s by our first run, and then we'll all be in a mood. That was realistically what's going to happen. So try and just say low.
That was sarcastic.
Try not to get greedy, because greedy.
He wishes he was being sarcastic right now.
Password, Cap.
Don't ask me, mate. Not my mission.
I sent it to you.
Oh, it is. And I'll go and get it.
P-Man, just put it in for him, please.
I'm doing it. Alright. And it is in. Boom! Oh, Blood's going to kick himself for missing this one. Think of all the planning opportunities he had.
Yeah, I know. He already knew what we were doing, he just couldn't make it.
Right. We'll discuss our ordnance in Vigan chat in a minute.
God, so glad tomorrow's a public holiday.
Oh, that's not fair. Even though it don't work. Right.
It would be nice if it was a week earlier, but whatever.
Gentlemen's. Ah, the Hawk. The Hawk is here. I'm going to be making use of that in cap days, I tell you. Right. Don't press anything until it's loaded. This is going to take ages to load, obviously.
Actually, I found it quite quickly, this one.
I'm on my open beta build, which is running on my hard disk. So this will take me a while.
I only have the open beta. I thought that we just stayed on that. When did everyone go back to the release?
I stayed on the open beta.
I did too. Does it really matter?
What I've done is I've got my release version on my solid state disk and on the hard drive.
Yeah,
but like, matter like if we're on open beta like versus the release version.
Something like a new module comes out in open beta.
Oh my god, cold start. Oh, I hate you so much, Coffee.
Cold start of which plane?
If only there were some handy videos on a YouTube channel that would show you how to start.
I have them.
I haven't flown the Vega in like 5 weeks.
Dude, it's the easiest plane to start. There's like 4 switches.
Yeah, but this doesn't have any waypoints. He's got to put the waypoints in.
Shit. Now that is...
Yeah, but... yeah.
Well, because how could Coffee put waypoints in when he doesn't know what we're doing?
Do we even need to put waypoints in?
Well, yeah, do you need waypoints if you don't know where you're going?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, only the RTB ones.
Okay, well then we'll just put in the LMAO.
Oh, I guys, just so you know, it did start successfully, but I'm going to get a new jet because I want to film starting it. And I'm going off comms, so I'll see you on comm.
Greetings.
Roger. Yeah! We were just talking about you. What's up, doggy?
Yeah, no, I thought I wouldn't be able to make it today, but I can. However, I've missed the briefing, so...
And there's all the big ones.
Get in a big one, and I'll talk you through it.
Cool.
Good Christ, why is it taking so long?
Is this your server, P-Man?
Yes.
Sweet.
Trick question, it's DCS.
How's the server running with the hideous quantity of stuff that are in this?
P-Man, the server's running on the open beta client, right?
AFM, yes.
I'm interested to see how this memory unloader will affect it.
Holy Christ, there's already 20 people! right, let's do it.
Good God. Why is it taking so long?
Good God, man.
Oh no, it's come to life. Yay.
Have you got the password, Blood?
Should be in the sheet, so you should have it.
Yeah, so it's just before I go off comms, because I need to brief him, so.
Hang on. Oh, no, it hasn't crashed. This is good.
Well, we know where they are. Just the sheet just tells us. Are we not supposed to know?
Problem is they'll probably have moved long before you get anywhere near there.
Well, hopefully, because they're obviously all dataing it.
Yeah, but they're not going to sit on the runway waiting for us, though, are they? So.
My point exactly.
I believe actually they are tasked to be reactive and not predictive.
Yeah, they're going to be reactive, but that doesn't mean that they're going to sit on the ground and wait for us to get there.
Yeah, if they're smart, they'll just perform, quote unquote.
They'll just sit on the ground until they detect something.
I'll brief you when we get in it, Blood.
I'm fairly certain that they'll go with what do you call it, maritime patrols or whatever it is, or non-wartime patrols.
Cap. Rearming complete.
Yeah, it's just taking a little while to load everything in.
Yeah.
It's much slower than usual, it feels.
Yeah, it's because there's like 40 SAM systems in there.
Oh,
yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, I can't wait to hear all the enders blinking from the RWR.
I think you'll find there's even more than that.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Darude Sandstorm comes on the RWR.
Insert data cartridge.
Error. No operating system could be found.
Johnny Cash unavailable.
Oh my god, my DCS is getting raped. I hear sounds.
Yeah, don't fight me. Bloody F5.
Right,
Oh
I'll see you
my
in a
god!
second.
There's a C-130s taxiing by. What's up, C-130?
I do not see this C-130.
In front of the Vigans.
I don't know.
Where are the Vigans then?
Oh, fuck my life.
Found it.
Everything says unknown in SRS. That means fuck.
No, that's a bug in SRS, yeah.
Oh, I know.
Do you have your SRS installed in the program files only? Make sure that's set.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I had that
Since
problem.
the update, I have to re-download everything. It looks like.
You have to re-download and make sure you delete any duplicate SRS as well. That's what I had to do.
Okay, I'm going on comms. I'll see you later, guys.
All right, P-Man, tell Cam I gotta do this.
Yeah,
okay. Reinstall the SRS.
Can someone tell me the global frequency?
Yeah, jeez.
It's always 243.
243, Roger. Thank you.
Roger. It's on the thingy too. The sheet.
Oh yeah, my bad. I haven't been on here in a while.
No, it's chilling, man.
If you've got the installer scenario, just run the installer, then go to the directory where it installed it.
Do you want me to spawn next to you?
Over, you'll save game stuff. That will fix it.
Roger. Let me check my downloads.
So I'm not sure. Not sure if it's just placebo, but at least I can read the gauges in the F5 now somewhat better. It's like they changed the lighting slightly.
They did. They definitely did, because the cockpit mod we were using for the K50 needs to be updated now. The lighting.
Yeah, I can slightly better read the F5 now, although if I get the anti-aliasing fix, then I'll actually be able to read my fucking...
Although I must say that it's even harder to see in the dark now, and it's virtually impossible to see in the dark.
Isn't that normally the case? Unless
I'm
like
behind you, C4, so don't reverse.
There's a contrast issue, is what I mean. It's
you somehow hit me. My plane is damaged when you spawn.
No, I'm pretty far away.
Yeah, my engine just split down and yeah, warning lights all over.
No, I didn't hit you.
Yeah, it's some bug, I don't know.
I'm spawning now, then I'll move out the way. Actually, I've got to have dinner. I'll back out to spectators for you. I'll be 10 minutes.
Later.
Oh god, they've moved the symbols on F10.
Newest SRS is 1.5, right? 1.5.0.
AFM.
Sweet.
Com check 120. Got you, Sherm.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
I have no idea.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
I'm just moving out of one of the rivetments. Turn left for 22. Cap, you're going the wrong way for 2-2. Cap, you're going the wrong way for 2-2. Roger, I will turn. I'll break on it. Hammer 1-1 flight, texting runway 22. Q2, taxi to runway 22.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Copy. Cap, just be aware that's me you're following.
Refueling complete.
Female, is that you in blood on the right next to the runway? Yeah, you're following me rather than
Rearming
Trash.
complete.
That is me that you're up behind. Captain, no, desert skin. Sonic, this is Chevy lead. Are we cleared to take the runway and take off?
Sure. Yes, you are.
Chevy lead is lining for departure runway 22. Hammer taking off from the other runway 22. Hammer's taking off 22.
Is right.
Traffic, Hammer flight, ready for departure to 2 middle intersect.
Tower, Sabre 4, ready for departure, runway 22.
Cap, Hammer, message. Send. We're airborne, do you have anything specific you want us to do?
I know the Biggins are out, so if you can trail the Biggins and just keep us safe, that'll be handy. Just keep it low.
Copy.
P-man. Send. Blood and I are going to run east, north of the mountains, drop down through the mountains, and then run west RTB with our pod in scan mode. What this will enable us to do, it will actually produce a data file when we land, which will give us rough positions of the data net for future missions.
Roger, do you want phase 2 then to just look at target offs of opportunity?
Negative. You can do the same thing or do something similar and coordinate with the Harriers and everything else, giving them bearings of your nails or spikes in case they actually have the opportunity to strike. But in this mode we won't be able to provide you with specific bearings. This is a recon mission in the hope that mission 2 is going to be a lot more accurate than mission 1.
Hey, firm.
This is Hammer. We are going to be a ways out before we get to the Vigid, so you'll probably get the Eland flank done before we get to you.
Do you want us to orbit until you catch up, Sherman?
No, just be warned if you do this, you know the risks.
Roger, we're cruising. Phase 2 is closing pretty slowly. I think get the pin, you'll catch up. Harrier flight. What's your progress, Harrier flight?
C4 radar check.
Five.
Are you in an aircraft at the moment?
Yeah, I'm flying towards the coast.
Okay, I don't see you on F10, so...
That's weird.
Yeah, I see everybody else but you.
I'm going to trail the wings if they find something.
Okay, what did you load up with?
2 M9s and 2 sidearms and 2 bags.
Copy.
Harriers, what's your progress?
Saber 1 is heading towards the coast and Saber 2 is ready to start.
By any chance, does anybody know how to turn off the self-test of the RWR on the A10C?
Look in the upper comms panel under the UFC, there should be some buttons there. If that doesn't work, no luck.
Okay, thanks. the hell is going on? Why is it like that?
K2's launching off the deck. Copy. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we are supposed to do, but I'm just flying around with my sidearm on. Okay. Try and uplift the other areas. Yeah, but we're meant to spread out and search. Yeah, that's true.
Hammer, we're passing under Harriers at the moment. Don't know whether we'll make it to the Liggins in time for your first event run.
Roger, conserve fuel, Sherman. I don't think we're in any danger this far out.
Copy, I do have a pop-up group though.
Roger.
Anyone else kicked out?
Only you.
Fuck's sake, Lord.
Do you have your search turned on?
No, I don't have it. Just general crash.
Yeah, I'm not getting any tone on my sidewinders either.
I'm about 30 miles off the coast now. Copy. There is a Sam near Godota and Sochi. In between. I guess we should go for that. Between Godota and Sochi, okay. Yeah, on the map in the sheet. At least that's where I'm flying.
Three.
2.
The sun. Hey, fun. Turning right. Bit wary of our fuel.
Only the enemy has SA3s, right?
Two.
As long as they avoid our missiles, it won't be a problem.
Roger.
Well, pilots, this is Chevy Flight here. We are inside enemy territory. We've received a nails from SAM site near the coast.
Hammer, copy.
Go over the mountains, turn left before the sea.
Yeah, I don't know where you are though, so I don't know. Whereabouts are you? No, whereabouts are you?
Sonic has spotted the one enemy launcher towards the coast. If someone wants to write down the coordinates.
Can I get some situational whereabouts are you?
I'm heading towards the coast, but I could give you the grid coordinates. I have them on my TGP.
Whoever's with me, SA3 right in front of the break left.
Actually, I've got the spike. Don't worry.
I just shot a MiG.
I see that spike.
Yeah, I shot a MiG.
I think it's the one between Sochi and Kodata.
I'm not sure. I think we're mixed with the Harriers now as well.
C4, did you kill the MiG?
I shot a MiG.
You check 243. Roger, did you get kicked? Negative. I was just trying to figure out the Harrier radios and I gave up, so I went back to SRS toggle.
Multiple enemies down south. Got that SA6 spike again.
Spike?
Nails DE off the nose, bearing 130.
Copy, Nails dog here.
Confirm hostile.
Missiles out.
Careful, Cephal's in that mix. Missile.
Yeah, I retreated a bit after the MiG shot. Going back in now.
Are we clear to engage hostile SAMs or are we just plotting them out for now?
I'm gonna engage.
Is that a missile?
Yeah, SAMs are going up.
Is that a missile?
Okay, have a look at that.
Yep. Something's
I'm
firing.
gonna fire on that SAM side.
Going from left to right.
Side of the hill.
Buick 2 is spotted, multiple missiles. Buick lead even.
Okay, Tally, you lead and burner.
Are you currently over the water, Cephal?
No, I'm back in the mountains. I shot at the SAMs. Out of sight.
I mean, that's static. What's she doing?
I don't know, but there should be MiGs here. Be careful.
Rifle. Or whatever they're called.
Magnum, I think.
Yeah, like. Oh, no Magnum, yeah.
Check map, SAM site back at the hill where I am.
I dropped my bags and have one aim-9 left.
Copy, I've got 2 A9s left.
Hammer lead is under attack, evading north, dumping ordnance. Have you got a man on
I'm
that
getting bad lag.
Tally. Ah, shit, I'm hit. Going in.
out here? Should I spawn back in, or should I just...
If you lagged out and died because of lag, then yes, you can respawn.
Is it okay if I grab an F-15?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
The fuck is
It's
going
not
on?
going to be useful, Warren.
Yeah, we'll just get there faster, I guess.
No, it'd just be a waste of an airframe, don't do it.
Spike.
Fair enough. I think I'm going to RTB.
Ah, one's on my 6.
Okay, I'm coming through. But you're pretty far out, and this will take a while.
Pull up! Pull
No,
up!
don't worry, I can probably turn around and get him. Dumping 10.
I'm on my way.
Pull up! Pull up!
Hopefully, I'm gonna fight him so my back's to the sun.
Yeah, I'm turning in, but yeah.
Looks like I'm
Sonic's going down. Sonic's hit.
Hey man, Captain. Send. I'm back now, by the way. Chevy flight has completed our objective. We dropped down south through the mountains, got...
What's the fucking leg guy?
I don't know. Oh, lag. It was Sonic. Oh my god. If I get killed. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. Crap.
Yeah, my DCS crashed. Fuck this.
Looks like a MiG-21 on my 6.
Copy and
Don't worry. I'll just be really evasive.
Well, turn just fly straight out.
Actually, negative. I'm hit.
Can't see anything. Are you still flying?
No, I've lost my engine.
Yeah, I see you. Damn. Well, I better get back on.
Request rearming. You're still firing missiles at me.
Copy.
Angry Nick. I'm engaged too.
Unable to comply.
No, the man-pad killed me.
Chevy 1-1, Overlord, Bra 167, 490 at 9,000, cold.
Request rearming.
Unable to comply.
Oh, I'm so stupid. No shit, it can't.
Chevy 1-1, Overlord, pop-up group 166, 490 at 4,500, flanking.
That was pretty laggy.
Request rearming.
Yeah, me too, but I'm still flying.
Copy.
Like, incredibly laggy.
What's going on with the guys still in the active area?
I think they're running.
Nothing at the moment. I'm contemplating heading back, so I'm almost bingo fuel.
Well, my engine is damaged. I probably won't make a vertical landing.
I've lost most of, well, both my Harriers. I'm the last one left. What happened to them? I think it was mostly lag. Cap P-Man, Coffee said this has gone over a bit quickly. If you want to respawn, go ahead. Okay.
Chevy 1-1, Overlord, pop-up group 167, 490 at 500, cold.
Okay, I'm in with you, Atomic. What have we got?
Make up traffic, trash, joining right hand downwind, 22, full stop.
Are you heading back, Atomic?
Yeah, 10 minutes to make up.
Roger that. I'm on the way back now. I've got something on my tail rope. Cap in a big one. No, I'm far away. I'm far away. Six looks clear. Gonna try and leave him in the mountains if I can.
Chevy 1-1, Overlord, pop-up group 162, 4100 at 3000, flanking.
Copy that, 120, Sean.
Chevy 1-1, Overlord, pop-up group 161, 4100 at 1000, hot.
Make up traffic, trash finals 2-2. Okay, Atomic, I'm on your ass half a mile.
Me too, I think.
Are you still good, Atomic?
Chevy 1-1, Overlord,
Roger, I'm fine.
162, 4100 at 3500, hot.
I'm damaged. Not sure if I make it home.
Okay, I'll look out for you.
Kill the Micto.
Come on.
Make up traffic. Chevy flight inbound, currently 20 kilometers to the south for run and break.
look safe. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you behind.
Okay. Roger.
What's the plan? What's the current plan?
Get to make up.
Okay.
Wake up traffic, Hammer Route 1 indicated.
Taxi to parking area.
Copy.
Vegan taxiing in, you're smoking. 2 kids.
Altitude, altitude.
Are you speaking to me? I'm trying to turn these bad boys on.
Sonic on finals, runway 22.
Copy that.
Chevy flight initial.
Altitude, altitude.
Gap approaching from the south for one and break.
Altitude, altitude.
Chevy lead is on the brake.
Chevy 2 on the brake.
Buick lead approaching from the south, 16 nautical miles.
Initials.
Chevy lead final.
Chevy 2 finals. Cap on the brake, 2-2, 4 stop.
1-1. Taxi to parking area.
Sonic has vacated the runway.
Chevy lead runway vacated.
Final.
Cap going round. Chevy 2 vacating.
Pontiac 1-1. Taxi to parking area.
Now.
Is that just drifting?
Simulate initials.
Atomic entering down runway.
Final.
Alright. Oh, I'm done, guys. I'm tired. See you later.